Hello! Today we're going to have a look at the Antec 302. It's basically a redesigned version of the Antec 300 case, and it's got some funky extra features on it. So let's have a quick look, we'll do a quick tour. Alright. Now, first thing you know is it's pretty much exactly the same height and size as the old Antec 300s. Couple of key extra things here. You note that the fronts are all bezeled out here instead of being completely flat against the actual front panels. USB 3.0s on the top. The audio and mic and the reset power buttons are pretty much all as standard. There's room in the front here as well to put 120mm fans in there if you'd like, and as standard on the side. It's got this little 120mm on the chimney. You'll see the inclusion of water pipe holes on the top here instead of round on the side here as well. Back still got the 120mm on there as well, that comes with the case. It looks a little wider than what we're used to. I'm going to have to do some measurements and see exactly how wide it is. Another thing, new feature, you've got the back plate here. It'll push in, obviously screw in for the graphics cards and the other bits and pieces, PCI cards. Fan speeds are actually put on the back case here instead of being hanging inside, which is very handy because everybody hates having to adjust the fan speed, you know, cracking open the case and all that jazz. Of course, down the bottom here, another space for another 120 if you'd like. Inside, there's been a couple of changes. You notice now down the bottom here we have a air vent for the PS unit. So a lot of the times people put the PS units upside down because there was zero airflow down the bottom here. Well, now you've got kind of these nice feet underneath which hold it up slightly and give that air vent some space for the PSU to breathe, which is kind of nice. We've got some other slots here, which I've been waiting for years for them to do. I've built a lot of these cases, and this actually made me pretty happy. Slot, and there's a decent bit of back down, room down the back here. Reason this being is, wire tucking down the back. I like to keep things as wireless as I can. And it was very hard on the old Antec 300 simply because the space just wasn't there to be able to manipulate the wires through. You also notice right here we have a cutout for the back of the processor, and also another vent here that we can place another 120mm fan to pull heat from the back of the heatsink, which is cool. I'm using an i7 K-series processor, so we're going to have this a little bit overclocked for some speed, so it'd be nice to have another fan pushing that air away from the board as well. Another handy feature, which one of my server techs said for years, he's a gaming guy as well, is why weren't the hard drive bays pointed out? Because it's basically a great design. Instead of having everything here where you can injure the motherboard or you've got cables in the way, everything facing this way, it's nice, easy to draw them out, put them back in, do your wiring from behind the hard drives and over the top or underneath them. Makes it look smarter. So finally decided to change it to this horizontal approach instead of it being the other way basically. Another little thing up here is we've got these nice little little tab buttons now for screwless insertion of optical drives and stuff like that. They decided to go all out on these guys. It's pretty nice. I think the price is exactly the same as the 200 itself, or 300 itself. I'll have to look into that and get back to you. Of course, fan on the top here, these two boys are like jerried together into one fan with a 4-pin LP Molex on the back, which is kind of nice as well. Save us doing a lot of other wiring and things like that. So I'm going to build her up and we'll have a look at the final product when she's done. See how these wires hide around. Alright, see you later.